What's up, squad? This is you, man, coming up with another reaction channel, part two to Student Don't Realize That Teachers are Kung Fu Legend. So, what we got from the first one, from the first part, is that I'm gonna summarize it up. He's a veteran from the Marines. He wants to become a teacher, becomes a teacher. He teaches at, I think it's high school, I think. And the principal or whatever tells him that he's teaching the worst of the worst class there is. They don't pay him no attention, and he triggers the fire sprinklers to get their attention, basically. If y'all new to this channel, if y'all just watching this, go in the description below after this and watch the part one that I reacted to this. Also, before I get started on this one, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave that comment, ring that bell for Yugi Man. You already know what time it is. Ring that bell for Yugi Man. Hey, without further ado, we about to get into this.
Welcomes them to his class.
Oh, also, I'm gonna be keeping it short because the first one I was supposed to do a 6-minute video, but I had to cut it short to this 2 minutes only because it's a lot to talk about, and I didn't want to make a 60-minute into a 20-minute video. So I'm gonna be cutting it short. So, keep a lookout for it and I'll let you know. Let's get it.
Welcome to my class! After class, a group of 5 lowest-ranking students gathers in the sports supply room to smoke. The leader of the group, Jack, has a crush on an A-grade student from another class. The others find...
Hold on, let me see. Okay, so she's in middle school, so what grade is he?
5 lowest-ranking students gathers in the
lower-ranking students, so how old are they?
Sports supply room to smoke. The leader of the group, Jack, has a crush on an A-grade student from another class. Okay. The others find him staring at her picture and make fun of him. The group has a rivalry with the rich and spoiled kids from the school's basketball team. They enter the supply room and mock Jack.
Hold on, let me see this. Oh, I'm confused.
The others find him staring at her picture and make fun of him. The group has a rivalry with the rich and spoiled kids from the school's basketball team.
Alright, so they must be... So he must be 4. So these are the rich kids. So let's see what's about to happen now.
Fun of him. The group has a rivalry with...
How the fuck this fucker right here how the fuck... He must be a passer, bro. How the fuck he passed the physical test? Honestly, look at this fucker. Look at this big fucker right here, bro.
The rich and spoiled kids from the school's basketball team. They enter the supply room and mock Jack, as usual, because he is poor. Later, the basketball team is practicing, while Jack and the group watch them from nearby. Jack drops a bottle on the court, which causes the team leader to fall. The group laughs, but is given detention by the school's English teacher, Miss Liang. To avoid detention, they play a prank on her and run away when she is busy cleaning her desk. Elsewhere...
Bro, they fucking savages. He might get his ass. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That little poor kid might get his ass beat by that rich dude. No lie. I mean, you tripped me up with a bottle, man. You could have injured me, I don't think we talking it out. You might have to throw hands after that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm the type of person, bro. I snap quick. You might have to throw hands.
But is given detention by the school's English teacher, Miss Liang. To avoid detention, they play a prank on her and run away when she is busy cleaning her desk.
That's just gonna get you more detention.
Elsewhere, the school's principal is distressed because the education board is planning to deduct 20% of their annual funding. The people from the board come to take a tour of the school to inspect where the funds are being used. At the same time, Henry enters the classroom where the students have set up a bucket of water to prank him. But his reflexes work faster than the falling bucket, and he is able to push it away.
Damn, that boy fast as shit. You seen that? Kung Fu master. Shit. I mean, what the fuck? Come on. No, ain't nobody reacting that fast to nothing like that. Come on.
At the same time, Henry enters the classroom where the students have set up...
You know what's funny? He threw it at the dude that had the camera.
A bucket of water to prank him.
Watch this.
But his reflexes work faster than the falling bucket, and he is able to push it away. The students who had been waiting to make fun of him are left shocked. Henry asks for Jack's packet of cigarettes, knowing that he smokes. Jack simply hands him the pack, curious as to what he is about to do. Then, Henry asks Zuffa to name the 3 ingredients that are in a cigarette. When he answers the question correctly, he is allowed to skip class for the day. Everyone starts to bang on their desks, demanding that they should get to skip class as well.
Hey,
When they
okay.
stop, he hands them all a cigarette and asks them to analyze it. Henry knows that if he simply mentions the effect it has on their health, they won't take it seriously. So, instead, he asks them about the outcomes of smoking cigarettes and explains how tar forms in their lungs. For the first
Huh. He's teaching them a different way. I like him. I like it.
they won't take it seriously.
That's true.
So, instead, he asks them about the outcomes of smoking cigarettes and explains how tar forms in their lungs. For the first time, they pay attention to the teacher and are actually interested in learning. After the bell rings, he asks them to return the cigarettes, and the students reluctantly agree. That day,
Wow.
in the cafeteria, the captain of the basketball team makes one of Jack's friends, Bruce, trip on his leg. This gives rise to an argument between the groups, which soon turns into a fight.
Hold on. What?
Cafeteria, the captain of the basketball team makes one of Jack's friends, Bruce.
All right, so one of the rich kids made Jack, because Jack is the poor kid, fall? Let's go back. Let's see.
That day, in the cafeteria, the captain of the basketball team makes one of Jack's friends, Bruce, trip on his leg. This gives rise to an argument between the groups, which soon turns into a fight. They throw food and tables at each other, destroying the place. Later, Henry is informed that 5 students from his class have been temporarily suspended for starting the fight. Henry finds Jack fighting his opponent in the hallway and stops them. On being asked to calm down, Jack accuses the school of being unfair because the rich kids get no punishment.
That's true. That's just like it is, though. That goes for everywhere, bro. Like, I think it's still happening today. No matter how much money you got, like, if you got money, you set. To be honest, like, sad, but that's it's true, man. It's true. It's true. You know, it's just like a year or two ago. One of these celebrities' parents paid. I don't know if it was Austin or it was one of the rich schools, right? She paid the school to accept their kids. She bribed them into accepting their kids. Don't mistake me. It might not be Austin, might not. Look it up on Google. And eventually they got caught. But she ain't really do nothing. She ain't really do no time or nothing like that. I mean, she got money and everything. Just basically a slap on her wrist, you know? So I understand what he's talking about.
The school of being unfair because the rich kids get no punishment. That day, after school, Henry goes through the files of all 5 students to find out more about them. The first guy is named Zuffa, the son of a Pakistani immigrant who is always discriminated against because of his race. He is often accused of stealing by the policemen in his neighborhood. Zuffa's only wish in his life is to become a musician. The second student is a girl named Danan.
She was fighting? The girl was fighting? I didn't see that.
In his life is to become a musician.
Did she put the hands? She put the hands to him?
The second student is a girl named Danan. She was a disappointment to her father ever since her birth because he always wanted a son. Her entire life, Danan has been trying to gain her father's respect. She even cut her hair to a shorter length and played with cars to pretend to be a boy. Yet her father doesn't care about her, while he treats her younger brother like a prince. Then there are brothers named Bruce and Chris. Their mother ran away with a man when they were only kids, which turned their father into an alcoholic. The brothers only had each other to rely on while growing up. Bruce became obsessed with video games to escape reality, while Chris worked hard in a grocery store to make money for the family. Lastly, Henry
That's a good brother. That's a good brother. That's a good big brother, man. You know, it's still people like that today. That's taking care of their siblings, you know? It's sad, man. It's really sad. But this movie is so relatable. So relatable, man. Y'all let me know when this movie came out. Y'all let me know.
Rely on while growing up. Bruce became obsessed with video games to escape reality.
Is this movie in like Chinese? Japan, or do they have like an English part to it? Sorry about that. But do they have like an English part to this?
while Chris worked hard in a grocery store to make money for the family. Lastly, Henry can find no information about Jack's family background. In the following scene, we see Jack working at a restaurant as a waiter. An MMA bettor, Jian Ying, arrives at the restaurant with his business partners. When Jian Ying isn't looking, Jack steals his fancy lighter, but is caught. Jian Ying's men beat him up as he
Dang,
checks Jack.
he beat the shit out that dude, bro.
Ying arrives at the restaurant with his business partners. When Jian Ying isn't looking, Jack steals his fancy lighter, but is caught. Jian Ying's men beat him up as he checks Jack's ID. After finding out that he is a
2019.
student, he gives some money and offers him a job as their food delivery man.
Wow. So you beat his ass and then give him money. Wow. What y'all think of it so far? What? Tell me. Let me know what y'all think of this so far. Let's go back a little bit.
Student, he gives some beat him isn't looking. Jack steals his fancy lighter,
This is pretty
but
good. I'm
is
not gonna lie.
caught. Jian Ying's men beat him up as he checks Jack's ID.
So is this when the movie came out? 2019. Y'all let me know.
After finding out that he is a student, he gives some money and
Like,
offers him a
like
job as their
$200,
food delivery man.
1,000.
Somewhere else,
Pretty
Henry
good.
visits Zufa's home and finds him running away from his father and his associates after stealing a ticket. He helps him at first, but after finding out why he is being chased, he takes the father's side. Then, he and Zufa come to hang out.
He stole from his father, his daddy. Hold on, let me see
Somewhere else, Henry visits Zufa's home and finds him running away from his father and his associates.
this. His father. So you tell me your father's? Wow, this is crazy. Wow, this is crazy.
After stealing a ticket, he helps him at first,
That's a big ass sword, bro.
but after finding out why he is being chased, he takes the father's side. Then, he and Zufa come to hang out at a bridge. To motivate Zufa into doing whatever he wants, Henry sings with a band performing in the streets. Seconds
That's nice.
later, Zufa joins him and sings in front of people for the first time since being bullied at school years ago. Meanwhile,
Hey, so we're gonna stop it right here, and we're gonna do a part 3 to this. This is pretty good. It's getting really, really, really good. I like it. No lie, I fucking like it. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this so far. A student don't realize their teacher is a Kung Fu legend. We're gonna do a part 3 to this in the description below. Go check out the part 1 that I reacted to this, okay? Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Ring that bell for Yuki Man. You already know what time it is. I ain't gotta tell you, but ring that bell for Yuki Man, okay? Hey, part 3 is coming up, alright? So be on the lookout for that. Hey, Yuki Man, out.